Welcome everybody to Inside Hollywood on the Hudson. I'm your host, Michele Sorvino, and I'm delighted to be here today with Samuel Pott from Jersey City's Nimbus School of Dance. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Congrats. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure, Michele.
So, Artistic Director of the Nimbus School. How long have you been at this school? And let's talk a little bit about the programming and how you got started in Jersey City.
Yeah. So I started Nimbus Dance in 2005, and we're a school of dance as well as a professional company. We do educational programs throughout Jersey City in many schools, 15 different schools. So yeah, I started the organization in 2005, wanting to bring the experiences that I had had in the professional dance field, performing all over the world, into the community and find a way of bringing dance into a real meaningful relationship with the community here in Jersey City.
That's fantastic. So it was 2005. Now let's talk a little bit about your history. So you were a trained dancer as well, or?
Yeah. So I performed. I grew up in New York City.
Okay.
Grew up in the 80s in the city where dance was everywhere. My best friend's brother was like, in a breakdancing crew, so we would always try to emulate his moves. Everybody was listening to Michael Jackson and Prince and dance and music is everywhere, as it continues to be.
Yes.
At the same time, my mother would always drag me and my brother off to square dances. So we had another influence.
So it's a totally different genre
a
of
mashup
music.
of types of dance and music. And I grew up doing a lot of art and sports. It wasn't until college out in California that I signed up for my first dance class.
Wow.
And that was a modern dance class that I was inspired by seeing a performance of the Alvin Ailey Dance Company out in Berkeley, California. And signed up for modern dance, and really the rest was history. Found it was something that was just endlessly fascinating to explore and go deeper and develop myself and skills and kind of really pursue. So personally that was where I got my start, and then I ended up performing with modern and ballet companies out in the Bay Area with the Oakland Ballet and the Savage Jazz Dance Company. And then moved back to the East Coast and performed here in New Jersey with the American Repertory Ballet, which is one of the bigger companies in the state of New Jersey, based in Princeton and New Brunswick. And then performed for several years with the Martha Graham Dance Company in New York City, which is one of the kind of world's most recognized companies, and performed all over the world with the Martha Graham Company. So
that's fantastic. So what brought you to Jersey City? Because 2005 was a very interesting time in Jersey City. It was sort of, I would say the beginning of a rebirth of the arts community. So, what made you decide to bring, art to Jersey City?
Yeah, well, I ended up moving here from California. I had heard good things about Jersey City. I think there was some articles that had come out in the New York Times and so on about, how Jersey City was up and coming. As you're aware, in those days, Jersey City was still abandoned storefronts and
very scary
decrepit buildings. And it was a great place as an artist to move to because you could find inexpensive housing and a short train ride from New York City.
Sure.
So that's kind of the reason I ended up coming here, like many artists, really.
Certainly. Certainly.
And but it's been amazing to witness and be part of the changes in Jersey City and to attempt to kind of find a way of contributing so that aspects of Jersey City, I think that many of us care deeply about, the arts and the kind of the sense of community and neighborhoods continue here with the intense wave of development and new people and new buildings. I found it was a really inspiring place to kind of get my feet, set my feet and begin working on Nimbus.
So how difficult did you find it to be you know, when you were starting? I mean, I can only imagine in 2005 there wasn't really that much support with the city and the county. So talk a little bit about how you kind of started in your grassroots effort.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's been an amazing journey. You know, we're about to start our 15th year next year of the organization, and we're a nonprofit, so we have been reliant on the community and support from local government and local businesses and local individuals first and foremost in order to kind of get established here. You know, we were very fortunate. One of the first projects that we ever did took place at Grace Church Van Voorst in downtown Jersey City, which has been a, you know, kind of a mainstay of the community in at least in downtown Jersey City for, well, I mean, the church has been around for, I think, over 150 years.
Right.
But you know, more recently as a center for the arts. So yeah, we were rehearsing there in the church. They let us use the space for free. We did performances there. You know, if it weren't for organizations like Grace Church stepping up and recognizing the importance of the arts, we would never have been able to kind of get our early foundation. But there's been a lot of people and organizations that have come in and played a really important role for us along the way, including the Jersey City schools. Early on, we did an after-school program at Middle School 4, just through an informal connection to a vice principal who saw what we were doing and said, you know, you guys should come and work with our kids in the afternoon. And
that's awesome.
It was great. It was, you know, I'm actually still in contact with some of those students from that first program, which was probably in 2006. They're now, you know, graduated college and,
wow.
You know, it's just amazing.
It's time for them to come back and start giving back to their, you know, their beginning roots, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, they're still in the neighborhood, and you know, it's amazing. People stay really connected in Jersey City.
It certainly is that kind of tight-knit community.
Yeah.
We're going to take a short break. We have some exciting news about Nimbus School of Dance, and I'm here with the founder of Nimbus Schools, and we are here to talk about some of the programming that's coming up next. So we'll be back in a few minutes.
Hudson TMA reminds you that if you are going to ride your bike after dark, you must wear the proper attire.
Can you see me? How about me? It's more difficult to ride at night, but if you have to, make sure you can be seen.
Check this out. I'm wearing white, but it's not enough because I'm still difficult to see.
No matter what time of day you ride, always wear bright clothing. But at night, you really need to wear reflective or retroreflective gear. If you don't have any, buy some retroreflective tape and put it on your shoes, your jacket, and your helmet. It helps reflect light back to the driver of a car.
Make sure your bike has reflectors.
And you need a headlight and a tail light. That's the best way to get noticed in the dark. And it's the law.
Remember, the sooner a driver can see you and recognize you, the sooner they can react.
Hudson TMA reminds you that whenever you are out on your bike, there are several things you must remember to stay safe.
That means when you ride in the street, ride in a straight line with traffic on the right side of the road. Riding against traffic is dangerous. It puts you where the driver of a car isn't expecting you.
Meaning he might turn in front of you, or worse, into you.
And you know what that means.
Ouch.
And if you're riding with friends, always ride single file. And here's something else to remember. Always obey traffic lights and signs, and pay attention to lane markings.
When you see one of these, stop. When you see one of these, yield. Traffic might be coming from one side or the other.
Now, since your bike doesn't come with turn signals,
use your hands.
But always check for traffic before you turn. Do this to turn left, this to turn right. Also, some states allow you to do this to turn right, and do this to stop.
We're back with Nimbus School of Dance and Sam Pott. Thank you so much for being here today and talking about the fantastic school that you have available to the community of Jersey City. Now, is this only available to Jersey City residents, or is anybody able to come and be a student at your school?
Yeah, you know, our focus is really about kind of how can we bring top-level dance into the community, and we want to make it as accessible as possible. So we have a school in downtown Jersey City. We make scholarships available. We try not to turn away anybody for lack of funding.
Okay.
And so it's a fantastic place where kids of all ages come and you know, take their dance training seriously in ballet, modern, hip hop, jazz, tap, a lot of performances going on. And then we also do programs throughout Jersey City in schools, so in the public schools.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit before. So yeah.
So an example of that, one of the exciting projects that we have upcoming is at TEX, which is the Ethical Community Charter School here in Jersey City. We've been working with their FSA Performing Arts program, which is a really fantastic yearly performing arts program that does theater and film and now dance, and we'll be working with their students on a performance that has the students actually performing alongside our professional company dancers.
Wow.
For performances that will be for their whole community on the weekend of April 12th and 13th. So we're really excited about it. I think there's 50 or 60 students involved, and there's costumes being made.
Wow.
So it's really great to kind of use dance to work with a community in this way and really get everybody involved and excited about being part of something special.
That's an amazing opportunity for students of Jersey City, and especially, you know, a charter school like the Ethical Charter School, who, you know, it's not a mainstream school in Jersey City Board of Ed, so it's fantastic that FSA started this arts program for students, and to be, you know, involved with a program like yours is really something quite special, I think, for the students.
Yeah, I think it's really important. You know, I was just talking with the teacher who's been running the program at TEX, and kind of what is important and what is special about engaging in the performing arts, you know, in this day and age, where we are saturated with, you know, social media, and we're constantly on our gadgets, and you know, tracking how many likes and hits we get on our Facebook and Instagram, and one of the things that I think is just so important and essential about what kids get to do when they engage with the arts is that they're actually having an experience where it is them in the present moment needing to engage with themselves and with other people in a real, direct, and personal way. It's not through a virtual experience. It's not through another medium of kind of electronics, but it's a real, you know, human-to-human connection, and through that we find that kids and, you know, people in general really connect deeply with each other and with themselves, and develop sides of themselves that might not otherwise emerge. So, you know, really excited to be working with the kids of Jersey City in this way.
That's fantastic. I know that you were very excited to announce recently that you have a new space opening up. And I know you're in the downtown Jersey City area right now, right? And so where is your new space going to be? Let's talk about, you know, the fabulous space that it's going to be, and, you know, what neighborhoods.
Yeah, we are so excited. In the coming year, we will be moving into a new arts center in the Powerhouse Arts District. This is a 15,000 square foot facility that will house an 150-seat theater, dance studios, a large lobby, triple height ceiling, and art gallery space. We are partnering with St. Peter's University, who is also doing some incredible things in the arts. They will be creating various arts programming, an arts administration program within their business school, a dance minor program that we will be working with them on. And then we'll also be providing a space for Pro Arts Jersey City, which is a visual arts nonprofit here.
Yes.
So this will be kind of their resident gallery space, enabling them to continue with mounting a lot of gallery shows as well as professional development to benefit the visual arts community in Jersey City. So we're just like very thrilled that this opportunity came our way, and we've been able to kind of draw on the work that we've done over the last 15 years in the community to, position us to take on this really significant project facility that's gonna really impact the field of the arts generally throughout Hudson County. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, look for that next year. Hoping to be moving in March of 2020.
Well, that's very exciting to hear. And I always love when theater spaces start opening up.
Yeah,
so.
It's really needed.
Definitely. So I know that the upcoming shows that are happening at Nimbus, let's talk a little bit about the Nutcracker, or was that one of the ones that just recently?
So there's always a lot going on. Our Jersey City Nutcracker is a production that we've been doing. I think this will be our 9th year, the coming year, and it's a really fun show. So this is like, people think about Nutcracker, the classical ballet, where it's some family in Europe and they're having this Victorian era Christmas party, and it's fun and charming, but maybe a little distanced from like what people in Jersey City, our normal reality is. So we wanted to take elements of the classic version of Nutcracker, but set it in Jersey City, retell the story.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So it's a lot of fun. We use the Tchaikovsky music, which is this beautiful classical score.
Yes.
But our story takes place. There's two youth, a boy and a girl. One is from a more well-to-do family, one's from a poor family. They're best friends. They have this crazy adventure in Jersey City. There is a corrupt mayor, there's rats, there's B-boys and B-girl soldiers. So it's all kind of like characters that, kind of play into the funny stories of Jersey City's history.
Oh, that's so funny.
And that takes place every December. There's lots of opportunities for local youth to participate, including for the lead roles. We always have auditions early in the fall. So that's something to stay tuned for. And then at the end of this month, April, we'll be returning to the Brooklyn Academy of Music for a weekend of performances on April 26th to 28th. And that's our professional company doing several world premieres. So very excited to kind of be showcasing our company and arts from Jersey City on, one of the most important stages in the, New York and maybe the country.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah.
Sam, thank you so much for being here today and talking about your fantastic school and just being an important part of the arts in Jersey City and providing many opportunities for students. If anybody is interested, you can check out their program at, is it Nimbus?
It's www.nimbusdanceworks.org. So Michele, it's been wonderful talking with you, and thank you so much for having me on your show, and look forward to hearing more about all the amazing arts and artists that you are showcasing. So
thank you so much, and thank you for being here, and very excited. Coming up next is the people of the text, right?
Yes.
So we'll be talking with them next, so stay tuned and we'll be right back.
Voting by mail has never been easier. Just follow these steps to ensure your vote will be counted. Open your envelope. You will find your certificate, return envelope, and official ballot. When casting your ballot, use only a pencil, black, or blue ink, not red. Completely fill in the oval to the right of each selection. When writing in, do not repeat a name printed on the ballot. If torn or damaged, your vote will not be counted. Fold your ballot and place it in the pocket of the certificate before sealing it with the adhesive strip. Do not detach the strip and paper from the certificate. Fill out the required information on the certificate and don't forget to sign. If you are not mailing or delivering your ballot in person, make sure both you and the bearer of the ballot sign your name and address on the certificate and return envelope. After that, just place it in the mailbox and your vote will be counted. For more information, you can visit our website at www.hudsoncountyclerk.org or www.hudsoncountyNJ.org.
Hudson TMA reminds you that whenever you are out on your bike, there are several things you must remember to stay safe.
That means when you ride in the street, ride in a straight line with traffic on the right side of the road. Riding against traffic is dangerous. It puts you where the driver of a car isn't expecting you.
Meaning he might turn in front of you, or worse, into you.
And you know what that means.
Ouch.
And if you're riding with friends, always ride single file. And here's something else to remember. Always obey traffic lights and signs, and pay attention to lane markings.
When you see one of these, stop. When you see one of these, yield. Traffic might be coming from one side or the other.
Now, since your bike doesn't come with turn signals,
Use your hands.
but always check for traffic before you turn. Do this to turn left, this to turn right. Also, some states allow you to do this to turn right, and do this to stop.
We're back, and with me today is the FSA girls of the Ethical Charter School in Jersey City. These are the fabulous women, some of the women actually, that are part of this amazing program that was started, I think, by Kim Carrero. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Noreen Francis, the most famous fashion designer. She looks
Thank you so
amazing as
much.
always.
Thank you.
And we have parent Bernadette, Schery, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Thank you so much for being here today, ladies. I know you guys are super busy and you're working so hard with your film that you just are filming right now, right? And you're doing the costume design.
Yes, yes.
And you are organizing a lot of tons and tons of emails and stuff,
Oh my
organization. I
gosh,
mean,
yes.
it is just endless what you women are doing. What brought you together to create such a fantastic program for the Ethical Charter School in Jersey City? And, what inspired you to really get involved?
For me, I think, well, first, I had just general relationship, as moms at the school, you
Sure.
see each other in passing. And I didn't really have a clear relationship with Kim. I knew of her. Kim Carrero, she's actually the volunteer director for the FSA
The most famous
program.
woman in
She
Jersey
birthed
City
this
who we
whole idea.
love.
She birthed this idea coming from an extreme Broadway and theater background herself. She wanted to have something for the children at the school to expose them to in theater. She thought was a great opportunity to bring that through performing arts. So my daughter actually was in the first installment, and I just thought it was really fantastic. And I got word that, there was some costuming or some different things, and I thought, well, man, I can do that. That's
Who
something
better
I
than
can
you,
completely
right?
lend to it with my background. I was in fashion industry for 20 years, and I recently left and started my own line. So I just thought it was a perfect marriage, and to be able to volunteer as a parent and be present at the school really is rewarding. Your children get so much from it. So I believe in the program. And Bernadette, I mean, she just is administratively, logistically, all the I dot T crossing that you can imagine.
Everybody needs one of you.
Yes.
Everybody.
So we clone her. We need to clone her.
Clone
Yes.
her, exactly. So let's talk a little bit about the upcoming program that you're having right now. I know that you're doing some programming with Nimbus, and we were talking about that with Sam on our last segment. But I really wanted to hear a little bit, and this is because I love film.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the film that you guys are filming right now. It's in production. Let's talk about what's happening there.
You want to share, Bernadette?
No, you go.
Okay.
Are we allowed?
Because I always get so excited talking about the film. So she's like, let her go. So again, this film, totally, screenwriting, everything was done by the children of text, which is amazing. They all got together in a group, about 6 to 8 of them, and just came up with a wonderful story of just acceptance and forgiveness and empathy just from their hearts, and it's amazing in this time of bullying in the schools and just a lot of non-acceptance of difference, that the children could see light into this situation and recognize each and every one of them. So the film is really about acceptance. It's called Like Us. The children completely wrote it. They're acting in it. One of the children actors, the child actor, she actually she designed the T-shirt. She did the artwork for the T-shirts that we have coming up for it. And I'm just excited. We've been doing so much work to try to get it to film. We're great for the opportunity that you provided us in exposing the film.
Oh my God.
And we just feel like it's a wonderful opportunity for the children of Jersey City, for the children of Tax, and just children all over. Who,
I always feel like when programs are student driven, they usually aren't successful. But I have to say, being intricately involved, this is really something special.
Yes.
Why do you think it's so special?
I think it's special mainly because it's something the children believe in. They so closely identify with the messaging in it. Again, this is something they all wrote. They were in a room, like if you can think of a room full of writers for a show, and they really just went inside and came up with all of the characters, what their challenges were, and how they can all work together and be together and accept each other. And I think that because the genesis of it was just birthed out of their own gut, their own feeling, their own experiences, even to a certain extent, that just shows up throughout the movie and it inspires them. And when we see that, it touch, moves, and inspires all of the viewers.
And did you also feel like maybe the students that were sort of on the periphery about film or about the arts programs sort of were all brought together and able to, you know, kind of form a new friendship? Or
so what I do feel kind of makes the program special,
okay,
would be the collaboration that we have with so many professionals and all in our community.
Yes.
And we collaborate with our grassroots community, and we get together and create the program with, of course, student-led. See, I'm sorry.
It's all student-led.
It's student-led, but
it's just what, and parents. I mean, the amount of parents who volunteer just their time and energy and efforts to be a part of something. We're all parents. Kim is a parent.
Right.
It's all student-driven and parent-driven. No one is paid. The program is free. I think we just all resonate with just the specialness of it, that we want it to be like that for everyone who views it. So it's just a complete collaborative effort, and, you know, many hands, less work. We all work together to try to, you know, build this beautiful thing that the world could see.
So I know you have this fundraiser going on. Let's hear it. Let's tell the public about it so that we can get some money raised for this fantastic program that you guys are having.
The way we are raising our funds are through our raffles, and our raffles are currently lunch with Isabel Leonard, who is a Grammy award-winning opera singer, and she is currently at the Metropolitan Opera House. We are also raffling off lunch with John Roberts, who is the voice of Linda Belcher on the show Bob's Burgers. We have tickets to share. I mean, front and center tickets to the Share show. And get this one,
ding, ding, ding,
Hamilton tickets. So we get a set of 2 tickets for $25, and it gives you 3 different chances. Your name, 3 different chances to actually win those tickets. So, I mean, log on to our Facebook page, like us, follow us, support us, and on the link, and that would be at FSA Performing Arts. And when you go onto our page, you'll see our link, and you'll be able to purchase the tickets and go for the raffles on our page.
Great. You can follow the link right below her. Thank you so much, ladies, for being here today. We are very excited to be a part of your program and your filming, and you know, I'm super supportive of it, and I love it, and thank you so much for coming. Everybody, that's it for Inside Hollywood on the Hudson. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.